So you guys have probably noticed that I've been doing a ton of Solo Leveling Arise videos, and people have been asking me nonstop, how are you getting the game? How are you playing the game? Things like that, because the game is not out worldwide yet. It is only out in Canada and Thailand right now. So if you're trying to play the game and you're not in one of those regions, you will have to do alternative methods that I'll explain to you guys today. If this is your first time here, we do Solo Leveling Arise gameplay, showcases, summons, guides, all that fun stuff. So make sure that you subscribe and stick around for more. About 80% of viewers are not subscribed, so make sure that you're joining that 20 and becoming a member of the channel. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the PC client. So in order to download the PC client, you will need a VPN. So you can find whichever one you want that works for you. And maybe obviously there are paid options, but maybe you can get like a free trial or something like that. Also, when it comes to VPN, the one I recommend for most people is going to be TunnelBear. Again, it's showing a price here, but I don't know if they have a trial. This one though on Android is very, very good for you as well. So again, TunnelBear is the one I recommend for most people. I myself actually have a subscription with Surfshark. So this is how things look when you turn on your VPN. Scratch that. You may actually not need a VPN for this process. I kind of realized that I was doing it, and basically what I was going to do is I was going to connect to Thailand and then load up the Solo Leveling Arise webpage with that. But actually what happens is if you go to the URL sololeveling.netmarble.com, this originally said /en, but by changing this to TH, it loaded the Thailand store. So Thailand version of this page, in which if you want to download it, you can just click the PC button here and then click the download here, and then it'll download the Netmarble launcher. And then in the Netmarble launcher, you then proceed to actually install the game from there. So that's how things look. It's very straightforward, very easy. I've already got this. So if you've already got it from playing another game like 7 Deadly Sins or something like that, you may have to uninstall it and then reinstall it. That's something that I saw some people saying, that it wasn't working properly for them because they already had it. So keep that in mind too. And in terms of VPN, you shouldn't need it for the download. For the record, I myself did have a VPN on for this entire process. You do not need a VPN to play the game. I'm not currently connected to anything. You do not need a VPN to actually play the game once it's downloaded on any product, whether it's a phone or PC. You don't need that. But nonetheless, you want to go to the Netmarble website if this wasn't clear enough. The Netmarble Solo Leveling Arise website. In fact, I'll leave this down below in the description for you guys, so you guys can just click the link. It should take you there. I'm not on a VPN right now, and it's loading the Thailand page simply by telling it to take me there. It didn't try to lock me out or redirect me back to the English page. So once you do that, you download it, and then you'll get the Netmarble launcher like we saw a second ago. And then with that, you can then install the game through there. So it's going to allow you to download it right here. For me, okay, yes, clearly, like I said, I'm not on a VPN, so I'm not lying to you. For me, it said install here, but obviously I've got it. I'm playing. It's available to me. So that's how you get it on PC. So on mobile, it's extremely easy on mobile. So the first thing I want to mention is iOS, and then we'll come back to Android. But before we do, quick reminder, be sure to subscribe. Once again, hit that thumbs up as well. If you guys are enjoying the game, let me know in the comments down below which character is your favorite once you get installed, obviously. So here's the deal. It's still expected in May. So if you don't want to do any of this stuff, the game's coming out in May. It says expected May 8th. Sometimes this date, most of the time, these dates are wrong. Sometimes it's accurate, but most of the time it's probably wrong. Sometimes actually the game comes out sooner than the expected date, so who knows? But it's coming out somewhere in May. They did put out a roadmap type of thing, and they did explain it from there. So anyway, coming out in May, but if you try to log on, even in Canada, this is not going to work for you. It's still going to tell you pre-order and download it that way. Just wait for it, basically. Because in Canada, it did not come out on iOS. It only came out on PC and on Android for whatever reason. So anyway, if you're in Thailand, you can download it. So the simple solution to this on iOS is to go into your app store and then go to your settings for your account and change your region to Thailand. And then after you do that, you'll probably have to force close the application, double tap and then swipe up. Force close the application, then go back into the app store. It'll reload the store, and then it'll show you the Thailand store, and it will just let you download it, right? So what's going to happen with these is you're going to have an issue with purchasing if you wanted to do any purchasing. On iOS, I'm sure it's pretty easy because I typically flip back and forth between iOS and Android. I love both products. You can most likely go into your app store, change your region back, and then it'll let you perform purchases as normal. On Android, when I show you that process, it's not really the same. So for Android, I just do all of my purchases in the PC client because for whatever reason, for me, some people don't have this, but for me, for whatever reason, if I try to make a purchase, everything is in USD. It's not in some other currency. Some people say it's, you know, Canadian currency or whatever. Maybe it's because I got the Thailand version. I don't know, right? They have their own currency too, so I don't really get it. But nonetheless, it works for me. If you want to know more about this process, how I complete this process, because it is a little bit tricky on the computer, I did do a separate video for that in terms of how to purchase in this game. I'll leave it in the description as well. So anyway, once you have it on iOS, though, you should be able to do that. So let's move over to Android next, and let's talk about that. So the beauty of Android is that you can kind of get it in all different locations. The first thing I want to mention is I myself did a roundabout way of doing this. So with Android, you can create an Apple ID, a Play Store account, right, in a specific region. So what you have to do is you have to basically turn on a VPN, then create a new one in the specific region that you want. In this case, I did Canada. I did the Thailand version, and this is how you know this game is global. I did it on Thailand for my PC, and I downloaded the Canadian application, and I downloaded it, and it just works. My account just works between both, cross-save, all that stuff. By the way, again, not a beta, so anything you purchase, anything you do, you will keep your account. And then eventually, when pre-register rewards come out, you will also get them if you pre-registered. In fact, I think they say that you don't get them if you don't pre-register, but like I feel like pretty much every account gets them, because otherwise, how do re-roll accounts keep getting them? Anyway, so yeah, that's how it's gonna work. So on Android, you can do that if you want to, or if you have a Canadian or Thailand Android account, you can download it right like that. But other than that, you can download it through an alternative method. First and foremost, you can just Google search. I wouldn't really recommend this, but you can do a Solo Leveling Rise APK Google search. It'll take you to some pretty trusted sites, but you know, it's at your own discretion what you get there. But I would recommend using either TapTap or QApp. So you can download these. Just basically download QApp, you know, QOOAPP. These are just separate app libraries that have apps from other regions that you're not going to see on your own Play Store typically. That's how this works. You can download Japanese games like this, for example. This is how it's going to work. So either TapTap or QApp, you can download these. These are safe. You can download the application through these separate Play Stores, basically. That's what these are. So once you get this on your phone, right? You can get it. This QR code, if I hit this download button on this webpage, if you scan this QR code, if you want to even scan my video, you can do that. You can, from there, download TapTap, and then through TapTap, search Solo Leveling Rise, and then download it on there, and it'll load up perfectly fine. So that is pretty much the entirety of the process. Again, on Android, it's a lot easier because you can do something like this. Well, it's easy on iOS too, but on PC, you know, if that URL thing doesn't work for you, you will need to turn on a VPN. I showed a suggested VPN. You will need to turn one on if you have a subscription. That's better, obviously. And you will need to connect to Thailand or Canada. It should work for either of them, but I did personally Thailand. And then from there, download it like that. And then once you're good with that, you should be fine. If you encounter issues with the Netmarble launcher, maybe you have to uninstall it if you previously had it installed for one of these other titles that they have. Also, I personally did use a VPN for the download process. So you may need a VPN on for that initial download of the game, because it may try to tell you that you can just PC pre-register. That may be a tricky thing too. So keep that in mind, because if you get in and come here and it just wants you to pre-register it through the Netmarble launcher, that's because you need a VPN for the download. It's probably going to do some sort of check. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's the entirety of the process. It's extremely easy to do, though. It sounds like a lot. It's not very hard. And I recommend doing it because you can get a head start playing the game while everyone else is kind of waiting until May. So if you enjoyed the video, if it was helpful, be sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.